Look into the mirror. Really look. Who is staring back at you? Do you see a sovereign individual? Do you see a critical thinker? Do you see a unique personality who makes independent, rational choices based on logic and personal necessity? I see a liar. I see a biological machine that is terrified of its own shadow. I see the end product of millions of years of selective breeding for cowardice. You believe you are the crown of creation, but your brain, that wet computer you are so proud of, was not architected for truth. It was not architected for happiness. It was architected for one thing only: safety. And for a primate on the open savanna of the Pleistocene, safety had a very specific definition. Safety was a number. Safety was the herd. The equation of your existence is written in the blood of those who died. Lone wolf, dead wolf, independent thinker, eaten thinker. The ones who survived, the ones who passed their genes down to you, were the ones who didn't ask questions. They were the ones who, when the herd ran left instantly. They didn't pause to analyze the wind direction. They didn't stop to debate the logic of the route. They ran. Because the ones who paused to think were removed from the gene pool by the teeth of a predator. You are the descendant of the paranoid. You are the descendant of the conformist. This is not an insult. This is biology. Your neurochemistry punishes you for independence. When you stand alone, when you offer an opinion that contradicts the group, your amygdala, the fear center, lights up. It dumps cortisol into your blood. You feel physical pain. This is social pain. Evolution designed this pain to feel like a physical wound, to force you back into the center of the circle. Conversely, when you agree, when you buy what others buy, when you watch what others watch, your brain rewards you with dopamine and oxytocin. It gives you a chemical cookie. Good boy, you are safe. You are one of us. Social proof is not a marketing trick. It is the operating system of your survival. But here is the tragedy. You no longer live on the savannah. There are no saber-toothed tigers. Yet you are still running. You are running to the Apple Store because everyone is running there. You are running to watch the trending video because everyone is watching it. You are running to buy the crypto coin that is pumping because the herd is stampeding. You are a Stone Age animal lost in a digital supermarket, being herded by algorithms that know your instincts better than you know them yourself. You think you are making choices. In reality, you are just hallucinating free will while following the pheromone trail of the herd. Let's dissect how this vulnerability is weaponized against you. The modern world is an engine designed to hack your herd instinct. Marketers know that you cannot judge value objectively. You are incapable of it. If I put a bottle of wine in front of you without a label, you don't know if it's worth $10 or $100. You are blind, so you look for clues. You look for the signals of the tribe. The first signal is quantity. 10,000 people bought this. Over 1 million served. Why does this work? Because of the heuristic. The majority cannot be wrong. This is the wisdom of the crowd's fallacy. Let me tell you the truth. The crowd is not wise. The crowd is a manic depressive beast with the IQ of its dumbest member. But your brain doesn't care. When you see a high number, you assume safety. If 10,000 people ate this and didn't die, it's safe for me. You are not buying excellence. You are buying a survival guarantee. Now look at the bestseller badge. It is a yellow tag on a website. It costs nothing to put there. But when you see it, your critical thinking shuts down. You stop reading the specs. You stop comparing features. You surrender your agency to the collective. They chose this. I will choose this. I don't want to think. Thinking consumes energy. Following saves energy. Your brain is a miser. It will always choose the path of least resistance. Buying the bestseller is the path of zero resistance. It is the path of the zombie. And let's talk about the artificial queue. You've seen it. The nightclub with the velvet rope. The club is half empty inside, but outside, there is a line of shivering people waiting to get in. Why? Because the owner knows the primal code. If the door is open and you see an empty room, you walk away. Empty, yours dead. Empty, dangerous. But if you see a line, you stop. Your curiosity spikes. What do they know that I don't? There must be a valuable resource inside. The line itself creates the value. The harder it is to get in, the more you want it. This is validation through obstruction. You join the line not because you want to dance, but because you want to be part of the group that has access. You are paying with your time, your lifeblood, just to stand near other people who are also paying with their time. All of you waiting for a disappointment. It is a circle jerk of validation. Online, this is the waiting list. Join the wait list for early access. There is no technical reason for a wait list. It's software. They can scale instantly, but they want you to wait. They want you to hunger. They want you to see that 50,000 others are waiting. It validates your desire. I'm right to want this because they want this. You are outsourcing your judgment to a database of email addresses. We must go deeper into the review economy. You pride yourself on being a smart shopper. You read reviews. You check the stars. You think this makes you rational. Wrong. This makes you programmable. Do you know that a product with 4.5 stars and 1,000 reviews sells 300% better than a product with 5 stars and 5 reviews? Why? Because volume trumps quality. Social proof is not about how good the thing is. It's about how loud the noise is around it. The 1,000 reviews act as a massive wall of social pressure. Look at all these humans. They were here. They survived. Join them. But who are these humans? Have you ever looked at the profiles? Half of them are bots. The other half are idiots. The box arrived damaged. 1 star. I didn't read the instructions and broke it. 1 star. It's okay, I guess. 5 stars. You are basing your life decisions, where to eat, what to read, what to learn, where to live, on the scribblings of the lowest common denominator of society. You are letting the average man, who is overweight, broke, and unhappy, dictate your choices. If you follow the 5-star reviews of the masses, you will get the life of the masses. And let me remind you, the life of the masses is a life of quiet desperation. Do you want that? If you want exceptional results, you cannot buy what the masses are buying. The best rated life is a trap. It is a cage painted gold. And consider the negative social proof. Only 2 seats left. 15 people are looking at this right now. This combines scarcity with social proof. It tells you the herd is here and the herd is eating everything. If you don't eat now, you starve. It triggers a feeding frenzy. You stop asking, do I need this room? You start asking, can I beat that other guy to the button? You are fighting a phantom. Those 15 people are likely a script, a random number generator. But your heart races, your palms sweat. You are physically reacting to a digital ghost story. You are a puppet dancing on strings of code. Now we ascend the hierarchy. We move from the herd to the alpha. In every social species, there is a rank. The alpha eats first. The alpha mates first. The alpha survives. The beta and the omega survive by serving the alpha or by staying out of his way. But there is a hack: mimicry. If I look like the alpha, if I act like the alpha, maybe the tribe will treat me like the alpha. This is the root of all fashion, all luxury, and all influencer culture. You see a man on Instagram. He is standing next to a Lamborghini. He is wearing a Patek Philippe. He is in Dubai. He is signaling, I have resources. I have dominance. Your mirror neurons fire. You want that dominance. But you cannot replicate his work, his risk, or his luck. So you replicate his skin. You buy the same sneakers. You buy the same sunglasses. You buy the course he recommends. You engage in a cargo cult. During W2, Pacific Islanders saw American planes land and bring cargo, food, supplies. When the war ended, the planes stopped coming. The islanders built planes out of straw and bamboo. They built control towers out of wood. They marched with wooden rifles. They thought that by mimicking the form, they could summon the result. They thought the straw planes would bring the cargo. You are the islander. You think that by buying the success watch, you summon the success. You think that by wearing the rich man's suit, you summon the wealth. You are building a straw plane. The watch does not bring the time. The watch brings the bill. You are spending your actual resources, money, to buy the appearance of resources. This is the definition of a loser strategy. You are depleting your power to signal that you have power. The true alpha does not need to signal. The true alpha is. But the marketing industry depends on your insecurity. They sell you status symbols because they know you feel small. Buy this car and the neighbors will respect you. Drink this scotch and you are a man of distinction. Wear this logo and you are part of the elite. You are not part of the elite. You are a walking billboard for a corporation that laughs at you. You are paying them to advertise their brand on your chest. Think about the absurdity. Cattle are branded with hot iron to show who owns them. You brand yourself voluntarily with logos to show what? That you belong to the tribe of Gucci? That you belong to the tribe of Apple? You are signaling submission. You are saying, I derive my value from this corporation. Without this logo, I am naked. I am nobody. A sovereign man gives value to the clothes. A slave needs the clothes to give value to him. And look at who you copy. Influencers. People famous for being famous. People whose only skill is capturing your attention and selling it to the highest bidder. You form a parasocial relationship. You think they are your friends. You think they care about you. He uses this skin cream, so I should too. He uses that cream because they paid him $50,000 to hold the bottle near his face. He is a mercenary. You are the target. But because you see his face every day on your screen, your primitive brain registers him as tribe leader. You trust him more than you trust your own family. You defend him in comments. You fight his battles. You are a foot soldier in an army that fights for someone else's bank account. Wake up. You are not a fan. You are a battery. You are being drained of your attention and your money to power their lifestyle. Stop looking at the stage. Look at who is selling the tickets. Let's descend into the darkest basement of the herd mind: paralysis. Have you ever heard of the bystander effect? A man collapses on a busy street. Hundreds of people walk by. No one stops. Why? Are they evil? No. They are looking at each other. Person A looks at person B. Person B looks calm because he is trying not to panic. Person A concludes he is calm, so it must not be an emergency. Everyone concludes that everything is fine while a man dies at their feet. This is pluralistic ignorance. We wait for the herd to signal danger. If the herd is silent, we assume safety. We outsource our survival instincts to the collective. Now apply this to your money. This is the anatomy of a bubble. The tulip mania, the dot-com bubble, the crypto peaks, the housing crisis. Why do intelligent people buy an asset at the very top when every logical indicator screams overvalued? Because everyone else is buying. You see your neighbor, the idiot who borrows your lawnmower, making money. You see the taxi driver talking about stocks. You see the headlines. Your brain screams, the herd is moving to a new feeding ground. If I stay here, I will starve. I will be left behind. This is FOMO, fear of missing out. FOMO is not greed. FOMO is the primal terror of being the only one without resources in the winter. So you buy. You buy at the peak. You mistake the madness of the crowds for the wisdom of the crowds. But the crowd is a suicidal beast. And the moment the tide turns, the social proof works in reverse. Panic. Everyone sells. You see the red candles. You see the fear. The herd is running away. Run! You sell at the bottom. You followed them up the cliff, and you followed them down into the abyss. You were never a market participant. You were biomass, moved by the waves of collective emotion, shone by the wolves who know how to herd sheep. The wolves, the smart money, buy when you are terrified and sell when you are euphoric. They play against your instinct. You play with it, and you lose everything. There is a specific type of social proof that overrides everything else: authority. We are conditioned from birth to obey the big man, the parent, the teacher, the priest, the policeman, the doctor. We are hardwired to obey the hierarchy. If the alpha says jump, the beta jumps. The beta does not ask why, because challenging the alpha risks expulsion from the tribe. Marketers hack this with the white coat effect. Why do actors in toothpaste commercials wear lab coats? Why do tech salesmen wear uniforms, the black turtleneck, the sharp suit? Why do they put doctor or PhD or founder before their names? To trigger your child-parent regression. When you see a symbol of authority, your critical thinking drops to its knees. You regress into a child. He is the expert. He knows better. I'm just a small, ignorant boy. I will do what he says. This is the Milgram experiment in real time. People will torture others if a man in a lab coat tells them it is necessary. You will torture your own wallet if a man in a suit tells you it is a smart investment. They use appeals to authority. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend, as seen on Forbes, endorsed by celebrity. What does a celebrity know about crypto? Nothing. What does a dentist know about your specific biology? Maybe nothing. But the symbol works. You stop thinking. The chief has spoken. You buy the course because the guru has a verified checkmark. The checkmark is the modern crown. It signifies absolutely nothing about competence, but everything about status. You are obeying a digital icon. You are letting a symbol make decisions for your life. This is not respect. This is submission. And in the marketplace, the submissive gets slaughtered. Let's look at the Goldilocks trap in pricing. You go to a pricing page. Option A, cheap, basic. For losers. Option B, expensive, pro. For scary people. Option C, middle, most popular, best value. Where do you click? 90% of you click the middle. Why? Because you are terrified of the extremes. You don't want to be cheap, status hit. You don't want to be extravagant, risk hit. You want to be normal. You want to be in the center of the bell curve. The herd is in the middle. The middle is safe. Marketers know this. They manipulate the decoy options just to herd you into the middle. They make the cheap option terrible and the expensive option ridiculous, just so the middle looks like the only sane choice. They control your choice by controlling the context, and you feel smart. I chose the balanced option. No, you chose the option they wanted you to choose. You walked through the gate they painted green. This applies to your life script. Why do you live where you live? Why do you drive what you drive? Because it is the standard package for your demographic. I'm a middle-class male, age 30-40. Therefore, I must drive a crossover SUV, have a mortgage, and watch Netflix. You are executing a script written by the average. And if you execute the script of the average, you get the results of the average. Mediocre health, mediocre wealth, mediocre relationships. You are hiding in the camouflage of conformity. If I look like everyone else, the predator won't pick me. But in the modern world, the predator is the system, and by blending in, you are ensuring you will be harvested along with the rest of the crop. To escape the slaughterhouse, you must be willing to look like a freak. You must be willing to be the black sheep, because the black sheep is the only one who isn't blindly following the butcher. We have diagnosed the disease. Now we administer the cure. This is not a gentle pill. This is chemotherapy for your social instincts. To reclaim your sovereignty, 20, you must declare war on your need to belong. Protocol 1. The contrarian reflex. Install a new algorithm in your mind. If the herd runs left, look right. When you see a trend, your immediate reaction must be suspicion, not excitement. If everyone is talking about it, the opportunity is gone. If everyone is buying it, it is overpriced. If everyone believes it, it is likely a comfortable lie. Train yourself to pause. When the wave of FOMO hits you, freeze. Ask, am I acting on data or am I acting on the vibration of the crowd? To find value, you must look in the dark corners where the crowd is afraid to go. Value is found in the unpopular. Value is found in the boring. Value is found in the difficult. Protocol 2. Kill the idle. Parasocial detox. Go to your social media right now. Look at the people you follow. Are they teaching you a skill or are they flexing on you? If they are flexing, unfollow. Every time you look at the alpha living the life you want, you are reinforcing your beta programming. You are training yourself to be a spectator. Stop watching the gladiator. Pick up the sword. Realize that the guru is a human with a marketing team. Strip away the halo. Do not listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Watch where the money moves. Respect competence. Ignore status. Kill the hero in your head so you can become the hero in your life. Protocol 3. The zero review policy. Stop reading reviews for high-stakes decisions. Reviews are the opinions of sheep. Instead, learn to read the specs. Learn to read the code. Learn to read the financial statement. If you are buying a house, don't ask, do people like this neighborhood? Look at the crime stats. Look at the development plans. Look at the soil report. Become an objective analyst of reality. Do the hard work of due diligence. Yes, it is harder than looking at 5 stars, but it guarantees that the decision is yours. If you are wrong, you learn. If you are right, you win. But you never again abdicate responsibility to the mob. Protocol 4. Embrace the silence of the void. Social proof works because you are terrified of the silence. You are terrified of not knowing what the others think. Practice making decisions in a vacuum. Don't ask your friends. Don't ask your wife. Don't check Reddit. Sit in a room alone. Look at the problem. Formulate a hypothesis. Act. The bystander effect happens because we wait for permission. Give yourself permission. Be the first to move. Be the one who breaks the pluralistic ignorance. If you see a problem, fix it. If you see an opportunity, take it. Do not look over your shoulder to see if mommy is watching. Mommy is not coming. The herd is not coming to save you. The herd is heading for the cliff. The path of the primal code is the path of the solitary hunter. This does not mean you hate people. It means you do not need them to validate your reality. It means you can stand in the middle of a screaming stadium and remain perfectly still. It means you can look at a chart that is crashing and feel zero panic because you know the value of what you hold. It means you can wear a $10 t-shirt while sitting next to a man in a $5,000 suit and feel absolutely no inferiority because you know his status is a costume and your power is internal. You have a choice today. You can click on the next video because the algorithm told you to. You can buy the next thing because the ad told you it's a bestseller. You can remain a cell in the great warm dumb organism of the masses. Or you can cut the cord. You can accept the cold wind of sovereignty. It is lonely at the top of the mountain. That is why there is so much room there. The valley is crowded. The valley is warm. The valley is where the slaughter happens. Climb alone now.